Hey, welcome to the what?
I want you to know that you're my hero. Bobby, we all the way live. I'm just gonna do that. Anyway, look. Welcome to another episode of Trash Talk with Bobby and Shine. That's your host, Bobby. I'm Shine. I almost said that's Shine and I'm Bobby, but I don't want to be you. So we're not doing that. Hey, got a new segment for you today. Do you care? Do you care? We are going to bring up some potential fights that are coming up, and a fight I believe is already booked that they said was never going to get booked because the other dude was shook. And I thought it wasn't no such thing as halfway crooks. But here we are. Bars.
Yo,
it's what we do, baby.
Let's get into the new segment right here. New segment brought to you by Shine and our promotion sponsor down at the bottom half of street65.com. Do you care?
Do you care?
You care, Shine?
5 minutes on the clock.
This fight got put together.
Well, hold on. We're going to start with the potential one first, and this one ain't going to take long. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready? 5 minutes on the clock.
Let's go.
You care?
5 minutes on the clock. Do you
First
care?
fight. McGregor versus Mayweather 2.
No. Oh, sorry. We got to do some.
We gotta unpack.
Sorry. My bad.
We gotta unpack what we're looking at here. So they are in talks. I don't even think there's no way. Well, Dana made so much money the last time, so there is that. Do you care to watch this fight? It's a foregone conclusion at this point, don't you think?
Yeah.
Because apparently Mayweather out here aging like fine wine, McGregor out here aging like milk. So
spoiled milk. Sorry.
Does McGregor have a shot in hell? First off, what weight? They ain't close to weight now. They got to be at least 40 pounds off.
Yes.
Right?
I mean,
So
Mayweather walks around at what, 170? 165?
Shit, he at least 190.
Shit.
Oh, you talking about Mayweather?
I said Mayweather.
I thought you said their names is so you could say
McGregor.
You could say McWeather or May. You could
205.
say McGregor and McWeather, and I wouldn't know the difference. Yeah, so Mayweather, he walked no higher than maybe 150 something.
Got to.
If that.
Got to.
Maybe he's older now. He's maybe 152. So
Mayweather may be the only, maybe the smallest semi-automatic I ever seen in my life.
Look, I need you to understand. That man has been in shape longer than he's not been in shape in his whole life.
Shit.
So there's that. Mayweather been fighting since the beginning.
I need you to understand. I've been out of shape longer than I've been in shape in my life.
Shape? What is that? I used to do that
That's
in
round.
school. But no,
shape
so
is round.
do you care about this fight though? Like
No.
I don't even want to break the fight down. I don't even care like what would happen. In all honesty, if McGregor slept Mayweather in this fight, I'd be like, meh.
Mayweather's over 40. It was bound to happen sooner or later.
Nah. There's the one on this record. All right. Moving on. We'd be in a whole different news segment. But let's move on to a very interesting matchup that I believe it's announced and it's just got booked. And that is Logan Paul versus Tommy Fury.
Man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. No, I'm not excited at all.
I'm listening to your voice.
Not excited at all.
I don't hear
not
it.
excited. I am
Here's
not
the
excited.
thing, though. Here's the thing. This created a lot of buzz was created simply from the fact that he pulled out of the fight. If he didn't pull out of the fight, and we're
Like a
months and months beforehand, would you have cared then? Like, did we actually care about Jake Paul, Tommy Fury the first time? Like, was there any buzz?
No. Well, the only buzz is that Jake Paul's actually fighting somebody who boxes. So that's the only buzz. Tommy Fury is not an individual that like puts fear in other boxers' heart, but he's an actual boxer, somebody who's went through the ranks or the limited ranks that he's been through, and somebody who trains boxing, who has been training boxing for a long extended period of time. So that whole dynamic allows us to say, like, if Jake Paul gets through this person, like he may be more legit than what we think he is. But that being said, I still think that Jake Paul is doing a great job of picking his opponents to the point where when his skill matches or gets up to a point where he can actually fight somebody who has a legit name. Tommy Fury doesn't have a legit name. The only legit name in Tommy Fury is the Fury, but you don't put Tyson in front of it. It's nobody, really.
I mean, Fist of Fury. Nah, just me.
No.
So the only good thing I can say about this fight is that the only good thing I can say about Jake Paul is that my man will Tiffany Haddish you all day.
Yeah.
Meaning that once I get on, I'm going to put you on. If this man ain't put Amanda Serrano on, barring did he lose a bet last fight? She lost split decision.
She lost split decision, so he lost $1 million.
Okay, barring that, still, who is on the announcement underneath Jake Paul?
Oh, that's Amanda
Serrano. Look, the man, if I get on, I'm gonna put you on is the definition. I can respect that. Past that, I take it or leave it. But with this particular fight, Jake Paul wins, right?
I don't know. I hope Tommy Fury beats the shit out of him.
Okay.
That's what I hope happens.
Okay.
Because if Tommy Fury beats the shit out of him, then we don't hear any more about Jake Paul. But
but
if Jake Paul wins,
Paul been knowing something that we don't know this whole time. Has he not?
He ain't been knowing shit.
I just knew he was gonna get drug across the mat, and they are still waking my boy up.
Man, no, you did. You even said it yourself that you thought he was gonna get his ass.
No, on the first one, you
thought Jake Paul was gonna beat his ass.
On the first one, not the second one. On the first one, we all had the speculation. My man is a former UFC champion.
So
we didn't see this happening.
My man lost 4 fights in the last 2 years.
Look, I could lose 15 fights in a row. I can still beat up a third grader.
Well, this must have been a fourth grader because he thought he was going against third grader because he damn sure didn't get beat.
Lord have mercy.
But hey, fun fact about this fight too, though. Tyson Fury has some money on the line against Jake Paul. $1 million bet to put $1 million bet on this fight right here.
He bet on $1 million bet on himself.
Yeah, Jake Paul bet on himself. Tyson Fury said he got $1 million. Said that Tommy Fury gonna beat Jake Paul. Just saying, side bet.
Side bet. Taking all side bets. BetOnline.ag. Use the coupon code. We ain't got one because I've been trying to get one. Moving along. What else you got and do you care? No. Do you care?
Don't care. That's what like that. Don't give two micro shits.
I'm more interested in seeing Amanda Serrano come back than I am in Jake Paul. So
I am very interested in that because she did get beaten a split decision, which some fans or some analysts think that she won that fight or did enough to win that fight. So I feel like she comes back in this fight, shows her skills, and then maybe gets another opportunity at that belt.
Wow, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to the matchups.
Before we get into the matchups, man, we got to talk about what's in the bottom right corner. Stunt's a happy get like us, habits365.com/trash talk BS for your 15% discount on all apparel. If you want your logo or promo in the bottom right corner, all you got to do is hit us up at
myfeetsmellikebutt@gmail.com.
Hey, man, that's the greatest email account ever made.
Wow. Look, we got a couple matchups.
Show now. Yeah.
We're going to dig down into this Cyril Gane versus Taito Avasa fight.
Deep.
Still don't think this fight is going to be as interesting as you think it will be.
I am so excited for Shuey and Gane. It may be the most non-interesting fighter in the heavyweight division because he has some ground and pound or some ground game, which will allow this fight to be some kind of boring if it ever gets down there. Hopefully it doesn't. But Taito Avasa is a man that's going to try to stand up and bang. So hopefully we get that 15-second to a minute and a half where they're just throwing them blows. But I can feel you and understand why you feel so down on this fight, because it can be one of those, I lay on top of you and then I hit you in the face and I put you in an awkward position that might look like a sex position, which looks really, 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 really awkward. But
okay.
I can understand what you're saying right there. I can understand what you're saying.
You ain't understanding nothing I'm saying. So when it comes to this, I'm just gonna stop you right there. You ain't understanding nothing that I'm saying. It ain't got nothing to do with the jiu-jitsu. It ain't got nothing to do with jiu-jitsu, because I, a MMA fan, knows that people grapple in fights, not Bob, a knockout fan who don't like to see it. I ain't worried about the jiu-jitsu. I'm telling you right now that there will be my man here and my man here, and they gonna do this. Because they gonna be scared that somebody gonna hit somebody with the Death Star and put somebody's lights out. That we gonna spend a lot of times of them guys looking at each other. That's what I'm telling you. You can't call Cyril Gane non-interest. The man is literally, look at him. He's either a security guard or a Bond villain. My man's scary. That's a scary dude. I'm telling you that this is not going to be an engaging fight like we all think. Like, man, it's about to be some fireworks.
Dude.
What's going to happen is my man, he can be chilling. And ties to Avasi and be like, hey, man, let's get it on. But he ain't going to come forward because both of them know that we can get my light shut out at any point. And then we're going to have a little scuffle. We're going to go, hoo, hoo, hoo. It's going to be just like Raleigh Romero and Tank Davis, where we at the edge of our seat when somebody move, right? But it ain't Tank Davis. So we're going to hope something happen. We're going to hope something happen, but it may not. This fight ain't going to be as interesting as you think it's going to be. I ain't saying somebody might not get knocked out. I bet the damn knockout. I bet right now, I bet the knockout is going to be like, man. Like somebody going to get clipped. They're going to like kind of go down and then they're going to follow up with a few shots and then they're going to be done. It ain't going to be no highlight knockout. It ain't going to be no highlight knockout.
So I'm finna get in my my pose. I call this patented shine pose. So where he lays to the side like this and he tries to drop that knowledge on you. I'm finna get to that side pose. And I'm finna drop this knowledge on you right now.
Let's hear it.
Tuivasa Tuivasa has not been the individual
fighter. How you say it wrong twice?
Tuivasa Tuivasa has not been the fighter that has been known to just stand there and watch his opponent. Ty has been the fighter who is the fighter that goes forward and tries to get his opponent to react in a way where he can throw that shot. Okay. I'm telling you right now, it is not going to be a fight where the two individuals are standing beside each other or in front of each other, just going side to side, waiting for each other to react. The reason why I say that is that we've seen Ty against the Black Beast. We've seen him throw punches with the Black Beast. Black Beast may be the biggest fight where I understand and know Ty is not going to stand there and just watch Gane to the point where he's going to read and react. Black Beast may be the biggest and baddest man on the planet when it comes to one hitter quitter. And if he's going to stand face to face with the Black Beast and put hands on him to a point where he knocks him out, I feel like he does the same against Gane. So I understand what you're saying, but it ain't gonna happen.
I disagree. Put it like this. I'm either fighting Cyril Gane or Derek Lewis, and it is a must-win situation, or Dana's gonna send me with my peoples. And you look forward, and it's Derek Lewis. I'm sooner gonna walk in on Derek Lewis than I would on Tai Tuivasa. Number one, what's the worst that can happen? You get knocked out. Cyril Gane, what's the worst that could happen? You get knocked out. Cyril Gane, what's also the worst that could happen is you overextend, you get shot on, now you're on the ground, and this man heavy, and it sucks. There's all kinds of different things that he can do if you get too overly aggressive. My man ain't shooting no double leg. Derek Lewis ain't shooting no double leg. He might. I lied. He's a surprising dude. He might. But the type of weapons that Cyril Gane bring aren't the type of weapons that Derek Lewis bring. Okay, yeah, you get hit in the face, whatever. The heavyweights get knocked out all the time. But I believe Tai Tuivasa will engage more with Derek Lewis than he will Cyril Gane. He is not going to engage. Look at me. Look, I hope I'm wrong. When you come back, I'm gonna get a little egg, put on my face. Egg on my face. Ain't that what it is whenever you're wrong and you feel stupid?
No, you put that big ass L on your face.
I'm gonna get a little L
on your forehead.
I'm gonna get a little L and I'll get the music. I'm gonna do all of it because I hope I'm wrong, but I ain't. You wanna get to the next matchup?
Let's get to the next matchup.
What else you got about that one? You good on that one?
I'm good. Tuivasa gonna beat the shit out of Gane.
I got Cyril Gane winning.
Fuck you.
Blue. It's in September, so we'll come back and we'll talk about it some more. Sterling versus Dillashaw.
We gonna talk about the individual who cried and said I didn't want the belt versus the individual that took substances to enhance his ability. That's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about.
I don't necessarily think he took substances to enhance his ability. I think he took substances because he suddenly realized. He suddenly realized, oh my God, 125 is a long way to go. I think he did that to help himself, and he didn't even help himself. He was at 125 long enough to try and rehydrate and get knocked down in like 7 seconds.
True.
He did all that for them 3 months. For this long. He didn't even get to enjoy it. So, but with that being said, though, Sterling versus Dillashaw, is that an interesting fight? You're looking at Dillashaw at number 2. Aljamain Sterling at number 1. Aljamain Sterling, who, after crying that he didn't want the belt,
like a bitch,
and then 30 seconds later, took pictures with the belt, right?
Dancing and shit at a party.
Turned around and defended said belt against the same dude in a fight that wasn't really close. So, with that being said, come on, man. He didn't out-grapple my mans.
He did. That's it?
Piotr Jan been allowed to grapple? What you mean? He didn't out-grapple my mans.
Piotr Jan was overextending.
He had his back like 42 times.
Yeah, he overextended.
Guard your neck, homie. Okay.
He overextended, put himself in bad positions, which allowed Sterling to get his back. And we all know that Sterling. We all know that Sterling is great when he gets the opponent's back. Ask Cody Sadahagen.
Champ. But look, Dillashaw number 2. Dillashaw did fight. We did confirm that he did fight Corey Sandhagen, actually.
Easy win.
And got a W to come back to face Aljamain Sterling for the belt.
Easy win.
Are you excited for this matchup?
No, but I feel like TJ's going to beat the damn brakes off of Sterling.
Seriously? Really?
I feel like he is.
I am completely on the other side of the spectrum.
No, I'm not. I feel like
usually we disagree, but not that much.
No, I feel like TJ gonna come in and gonna put them hands on his ass, put the paws on.
So you're over here, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
I feel like it ain't even close over here.
Man,
like we on two completely different sides of the spectrum. I feel like it ain't even close. Like I don't think Dillashaw make it out the first, cuz.
Shoot, hey, cuz. I'm telling you right now, cuz. Dillashaw gonna put them paws on him. Seriously, I feel like there's a speed advantage, and I feel like Sterling doesn't have the power to knock out Dillashaw. And I understand what you're trying to tell me with the jiu-jitsu and all the different things that Sterling can do on the ground. I just feel like Dillashaw put them paws on. I feel like Dillashaw would be more patient than Peter Yan was, which allow him to attack Sterling in a way that puts him in deep waters and gets Dillashaw to actually win this fight and win the belt.
No, listen. So the code has already been cracked because he cracked it. That footwork that originally from Dominic Cruz, that movement, that style of movement, it's been cracked because he cracked it. So the rubric's out there on how to contend with these fighters that are really good at moving out and cutting angles. Also, he's older. We saw what happens. That footwork ain't gonna be there as much as we think it is. I think Aljamain Sterling is going to have a field day with TJ Dillashaw.
No.
And it calls into question too, and that's one thing. So yes, athletes can make mistakes, but when athletes make mistakes, it calls into question everything that they've done before, right?
Yeah.
My question is of such. You've got TJ Dillashaw, who I believe that was a split decision, maybe win. If it was TJ Dillashaw before he got caught, the question is, does he walk through Corey Sandhagen instead of a split decision? Is he different now that he does have that positive test on his record, that he's how far back?
He's not on that shit anymore.
You can tell me that this was just an isolated incident. I did it to try and make 125. I'm with you on that one. But it also calls into question all your other unreal superhuman stuff that you've done before then. So the question is, if he's older and he ain't got that footwork, like that footwork be moving, and he don't got the supplements to help out, I think Aljamain Sterling has a field day with TJ Dillashaw.
I don't know.
I think TJ Dillashaw gonna get paid. He'll get paid.
Yeah, he will.
But I don't think Tilly Dills, Tilly Dills, I forgot, is gonna win that belt. Not even close.
No, I think he wins it. I feel like this matchup should never happen. I feel like it should have been another rematch between Sterling and Peter Yan. That's why I feel like it. But hopefully Sterling does win this fight, so I can actually see Peter Yan in his full element for the next one, and then I see him get that belt back, because I never really was a Peter Yan fight or fan until that last fight. The biggest
Korean
thing
Zombie
is,
fight.
No, I'm talking about the Sterling fight. I became more of a Peter Yan fight fan after that fight, because I didn't feel like Sterling did what I would like him to do to actually win the belt. That's just me personally. That's just a personal thing.
My bad.
That's just a personal thing. But Peter Yan needs to show himself and show what he's made of. And hopefully Sterling does win this fight and gets that, and Peter Yan gets that rematch. But I just don't see it. I don't see Dillashaw actually losing this fight. I feel like it's an easier matchup. I feel like he's the weakest link in the division. I'm just saying. That's just me.
All right.
That's just me.
We will see. I like them type of. See, now I'm excited about the fight because I thought it was a foregone conclusion.
Sterling talking too much shit, man. Now
it ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do with talking shit.
He the villain now.
We're keeping it real.
I ain't never seen a motherfucker in my life just be a good guy. And now he's the villain. Fuck that.
Hey, it make money. Hold on. What you mean? It was Pretty Boy Floyd. Then it was Money Mayweather when he made that heel turn, started making mad money. Even didn't The Rock have a heel turn for a while there?
Yeah, but everybody loved The Rock.
Everybody loved The Rock.
Champion.
Anyway, let's get into 276, because this. Hey, before we get into it, I need you. I'll tell you after the commercial, and then I'll talk to you about it. Let's get into 276.
But let's get into the commercial, man. Stats Tank is a happy get like us. Habits365.com/Trash Talk BS. If you want your 10% or 15% discount, just go ahead and hit us up on that website right there. And then with your logo promo in the bottom right corner, all you gotta do is hit us up at
My feet smell like butt @gmail.com.
Hey man, greatest email account ever made. Let's get into the next part of the show, man.
UFC 276 was not yesterday.
It's gonna be smoking the city.
UFC 276 was not yesterday,
but it is this weekend.
Made plans, had a sitter for the baby. I'm out there on Saturday at the bar, ready, and I was like, "These ain't the prelims I thought I was supposed to be watching." I was a week too soon. I even was like, man, I ain't heard nothing about the weigh-ins. I guess everybody made weight, so I'm good. I didn't even look. Didn't Google nothing. Did fight next weekend, so we get to talk about it again. I felt stupid as shit, standing there thinking this fight was about to happen.
That's what you are, stupid as shit.
Mind your business. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna do some. We'll do a couple picks for this one.
Interesting fact, though. Interesting fact about UFC 276. Robbie Lawler, for the first time in a long time.
20 years, he said.
20 years is in the prelims. Robbie Lawler. That's how stacked this card is. Robbie Lawler is in the prelims.
Ooh, we could play a game. I'm going to pull up the next graphic. We can play a game. Robbie Lawler to the prelims, right? Here's your graphic. Here's your main card. Is there anybody on the main card that you feel like Robbie Lawler could have took their place?
Yeah.
Robbie Lawler versus, it's not Barbarino anymore, right? Who pulled out of the fight and Cowboy took the fight? Do you remember?
No.
Here we go on the Google train. Nope, it wasn't Barbarino. Jim Miller. It's the Jim Miller fight. That's what it was. Bobby Green pulled out for undisclosed injury, and Donald Cerrone stepped in to face Jim Miller.
Oh.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh.
Jim Miller, who is pretty much unageable, so I'm afraid for that fight. But anyway, let's look at it. Murphy versus Tate. This is Miesha Tate's first time at 125 chasing the belt. I was gonna say chasing Valentina Shevchenko, but that's not the. No, she won the belt, right? She won the belt, but she lost the fight.
Yes.
Shevchenko's still the champ, chasing Shevchenko, right?
Yeah.
Should that fight be relegated to the prelims and Robbie Lawler be put on the top?
No, because Tate this fight is probably for an opportunity to fight Shevchenko. So I don't think so.
Almost a number one contender fight, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. Might be the number one contender fight.
O'Malley versus Pedro Munoz.
No, because Sugar Sean is a draw.
He's a draw.
Munoz is an individual that is an upscale in talent for O'Malley. So it's just one of those things where it draws our attention because we feel like O'Malley can win, but he may be taking it in deep water. So
okay. Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira.
The only reason why this fight right here is intriguing is for the fact of Adesanya later on fighting the fighter who beat him or has the only blemish on his record. So that's the only reason why this fight is. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. This first.
I forgot it too.
The first blemish on his record. So that's the only reason why that fight is intriguing. But if any fight that was changed for Robbie Lawler to be on the main card, it would be that fight.
Right. But are you mad that that fight is on the main card over Robbie Lawler?
What I am mad at though is that Robbie Lawler is not the main event on the prelims.
Over Riddell Turner?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Brad Riddell versus Jalen Turner. You got Brad Riddell at 10-2, Jalen Turner 12-5, or you're looking at a Brian Barberina, Robbie. I ain't mad at that. My argument was gonna be like, you take Robbie Lawler and Brian Barberina, they can main event any Fight Night, UFC, ESPN, or any of those cards.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be on the main card, you should have fought on one of them.
True.
Should have fought last week. Who won the fight last week? I have no idea.
I know Neil Magny lost.
He did. He got submitted, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know who won that. So if you wanted to have a name on the main card for a main event, you should have fought on one of those. This card right here is so good that I ain't even mad at Robbie Lawler. I ain't even mad at Uriah Hall. I ain't mad at Jim Miller, Brad Tavares, Jessica Evil Eye is on the prelims. That's how good this card is.
This card is stacked. This is an old school card right here.
This is an old school card, and I'm so happy for it. Now, here we go. Real quick. Let's go to, I guess we got to go to the match before the main event of the prelims. But Robbie Lawler, Brian Barberina, who wins?
I think Robbie Lawler wins.
I got Barberina.
I feel like Robbie is feeling disrespected.
He is.
And I feel like he's going to come out, he's going to show who he is and what he can do. So when there's a matter of disrespect involved in a fight, and it's not coming from his opponent, but coming from everyone else outside, then I feel like he will perform.
Brian Barberena not to be slept on though.
He's not, but you got there's some things in life where it's like motivates you to do better and to go above and beyond your abilities. And I feel like the noise from the outside and the disrespect for not being on the main card will be one of those factors to just push him over the edge.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Brad Riddell, Jalen Turner. You don't even know them, so you
don't even know. Can't even pick that. Don't even know that one. We'll watch it though because it's the main event on the prelims for a reason. It's the main event on the prelims for a reason, so I will watch it so I can understand exactly what's going on, but don't know either one. So you can pick that one.
I like Brad. Here we go.
All right, cool.
Lauren Murphy, Miesha Tate.
Miesha Tate is still retired, so I think Murphy.
I got Miesha Tate.
I didn't see nothing.
O'Malley?
I didn't see nothing in Miesha Tate's last fight to make me feel like comfortable choosing her. That's all I'm gonna say about that situation.
Okay. Sugar Sean O'Malley, Pedro Munoz.
I want Sugar Sean O'Malley to win because I like his character. I like what he brings to the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I think Sugar Sean O'Malley will win.
What just happened? Like, I want him to win. And with that being said, Sean O'Malley by knockout in the first. What just happened? All right, I ain't even mad at you.
Yeah.
I just want to see how intriguing it would be for a Sugar Sean O'Malley press conference for a title fight coming up. So, therefore, we got to keep the Sugar Sean O'Malley train going. And also, he's at what, 13? Let's find him. He's at 13, I know. Where's he at? Marlon Vera is 5. I had to go way up. Marlon Chito Vera is number 5. So he beats Pedro Munoz at 10, jumps up. They rematch at 5. He's 2 fights away from a title fight.
I feel like he beats the shit out of Sterling.
Sean Strickland, Alex Pereira.
Strickland is crazy.
Sean Strickland is crazy, man. The more he get punched in the face, the more he likes it. And that's scary. That's scary.
That's really scary.
But as I tell people out and about in the bars and all this, you don't gotta be afraid to get your ass whooped. So you ain't got to be scared. You ain't got to be afraid. You still get your ass whooped. So he can love getting hit in the face. They'll wake him up and tell him he took one hit too many to the face. Alex Pereira ain't no joke. No joke. Who you got winning this fight? Here you go. Number one. Joke. Number one, who you got winning the fight? Number 2, does Strickland stand and bang, or does he make it a dirty fight? I don't think he's shooting double legs or single legs or high crotches, but does he make it a dirty fight a la your Kobe Covington, where the fight is contested mostly against the fence with that dirty style boxing?
I feel like he's going to be dirty.
You got to, right?
I feel like he's going to be talking shit while being dirty.
You got to, right?
Got to.
Because you'd be crazy not to.
Anyway, he got to be dirty.
I don't know if he cares about the title.
No.
I don't really think he cares about the title as much.
No, I don't feel like he cares about being on top like that.
Right.
I think he just wants to whip somebody's ass.
So then does he go out there and play into this guy's game?
No. I feel like he beats shit out of him.
All right. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I feel like he beats shit out of him.
Beateth out of him.
I feel like he knocks him out. Seriously, with that dirty boxing, he probably hits him with 2 punches that he ain't seen coming from close range and puts him to sleep.
It's crazy how Alex Pereira is 5-1 on this, fighting 25-3 Sean Strickland. Yeah, I remember when Sean Strickland was like 11-12 or something to know, and we was all watching. All right, who I got Alex Pereira in this fight.
Okay,
you got Sean Strickland.
I mean, I hope Alex
wins. If Sean Strickland walks into it,
it causes some parity if Alex wins.
Not even causes parity. Like, it's not that I feel as if Sean Strickland, with his thought process, is like, I'm going to go out here and outdo what this man does. And this man going to do what this man does. And we can be like, damn, he really does it. He really does it, don't he? All right, so you got Strickland? I got Pereira.
I got
You
Strickland.
like it? All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's get on to the co-main event of the evening. Volkanovski versus Holloway 6.
I hope Volkanovski, and I'm gonna say his name today because I got a hot take. I hope Volkanovski goes in that cage and puts on the worst performance he has ever put on in his life.
I'm so confused.
And I hope Holloway gives him the business and blesses his ass. I hope that happens. I really hope that Holloway comes in and blesses Volkanovski. I hope that Holloway pushes himself to the limit, to the point of no return. He goes out into those deep waters in his training and he comes into the cage and he puts on a performance that is going to rock the world. And he knocks
the world.
Volkanovski the fuck out. That's what I hope happens.
Man.
But what's really going to happen is Volkanovski's going to win this by decision.
All three of their fight, there wasn't a stoppage. They fought 30 minutes, right?
Decision.
It's been a decision, right? Oh, yeah, that's the one you're mad about with decisions. He fought Max Holloway, then rematched him. It was a unanimous decision, then a split decision. Yeah, so they fought for, 50 minutes.
Yes.
Man, that man fought for a sitcom, 50 minutes. You can't say an hour because we don't do commercials no more. They fought for not a sitcom. They fought for a comedy drama. Law and Order, Special Victims Unit.
Got him. And went into
Executive
another
producer.
episode. And went into another episode if you count it without commercials. I'm just saying.
Look, what Netflix said, are you still watching? They still fighting. That's wild. So you telling me we're going to get another 25 minutes? I don't see it.
Man, we're going to get another 25. And I know who you think is going to win because you all up on his balls. You love him so much. Volkanovski. That's who you think going to win.
I never said that. First and foremost, I don't know where you got that from. I got Max Holloway winning this fight. I got Max Holloway winning this fight because it is a must-win for Max Holloway. And in these fights, when he's backed into the corner, I feel like he's gonna. How is it not a must-win for Max Holloway? If Max Holloway does not win this fight, he don't come near the belt until it at least changes hands twice. He lost to Volkanovski twice. He beat Calvin Kattar. He beat Yair Rodriguez, which put him back to where he needed to be to fight for this belt again. If he loses this title fight, he ain't coming near a belt. He gonna walk in the room and they gonna shut the door with all the belts in it so he can walk past it. He ain't coming near it. So he got to win this fight. This is what he got. He got to bless him. So I got Max Holloway winning this.
Okay, I hope it happens.
I've changed my mind like 15 times.
Happens.
And that's why I'm excited about this fight. Because it is close. All right, let's get into the main event. And then we're going to say what's next. Main event of the evening. You got Jared Cannonier versus Israel Adesanya.
Style make fights.
Styles make fights. Is this fight going to be good? And who is going to win?
I hope it is. I hope Cannonier comes in with the mindset to attack. Because if he comes in the mindset to defend and to wait for Adesanya to do something crazy so he can just pounce on him, it's not going to happen. And we all know that Adesanya is a read and react kind of individual who's always going to allow his opponent to make the first move before he actually attacks. So hopefully Cannonier comes in, attacks, makes this an interesting fight, but I still got Adesanya winning this fight.
Okay. I made a misstep earlier. Someone's going to call me out on that. Adesanya didn't lose to Marvin Vettori. He beat Vettori, right?
Yeah, he lost
to Jan Blachowicz. Because as I was looking this up,
Blachowicz. Black bitch.
Cannonier lost to Blachowicz and had back-to-back losses, Blachowicz and Dominic Reyes. 3-fight win streak. And then he lost to Robert Whittaker, Bobby Knuckles. And then he won to Kevin Gastelum and Derek Brunson. And now he's in a title fight. I don't necessarily feel like the up and downs is going to get him over the hill against Adesanya.
No.
I feel like if there are ways to poke holes in someone's game, Adesanya is going to figure it out and rather quickly.
If you've been beat, you can get beat. If you're on a winning streak, and you feel invincible, you can pretty much stay invincible. That's what I say.
But Adesanya ain't on a win streak, and he got beat, so he can get beat. We all saw it. Does Cannonier go out? Does Cannonier? It do count. It's on the record. I can see it. You sound like Sean O'Malley. Look.
Well, it's a blemish that shouldn't be there.
So then, past that, my guy, I got a question for you. Cannonier out here shooting double legs?
No.
They gonna stand and bang it out?
Hopefully.
Is everybody? Do we just think that everybody's gonna stand and bang it out now?
No, they ain't.
Ain't nobody going GSP shoot a double. Not get hit in the face.
If it was Thug Nasty, we know what's going down.
Not get hit in the face.
If it's Thug Nasty, we know what's going down. If it's what's his name?
Damian Maya?
Habib. If it's Habib, we know what's going down. If it's Habib's Islam, we know what's going down. If it's Makhachev, we know what's going down. We know what's going down with certain fighters. And Adesanya and Cannonier does not give it the vibes of a takedown, jiu-jitsu, drag out, elbows, ground and pound kind of fight. It doesn't. It does not. This whole card doesn't give me that kind of jiu-jitsu, ground and pound, takedown kind of card. This card gives me a stand and bang. Let's see if we can knock this motherfucker out kind of deal.
You know Misha Tate shooting, right?
She gonna have to shoot because she
shoot
retired.
First, ask questions later.
She gonna have to shoot because she's still retired.
She ain't retired. She's in the best shape of her life. Have you not been following her Instagram?
No.
If you ask her Instagram, she's in the best shape of her life. Real tiny.
You just ask the Instagram. She's in the best shape of her life. She's real tiny.
Yeah, best shape of her life. Best shape of her life. Now, listen. Whether Adesanya wins this fight or loses this fight, we don't have to pick, because in our next section, we're going to go with what's next.
And before we get into the next session of the show, man, we got to talk about what's in the bottom right corner. Stunt is a habit. Get like us, habits365.com/trash talk BS for a 10% discount on all apparel. If you want your promo or logo at the bottom right corner, all you got to do is hit us up at
my feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
Hey, man, greatest email account ever made. Let's get into that. What's next, man? What's next for Adesanya?
What's next for Adesanya?
After he beats Cannonier.
What's next for Adesanya? Yeah. Just what's next? We're going to go through two different scenarios.
Yes.
One he wins, one he loses. Number one, Adesanya goes out there and he puts on the performance of a lifetime.
Like my son would say, Hulk smash his ass. Well, he wins. His ass.
What is next for Israel Adesanya? Because think about it like this. He has a blemish on his record.
And not in a
different division. Which means that he still has a damn near cleared out division besides the Alex Pereira fight, which is up in the air. He's got to get past Sean Strickland. If Sean Strickland wins, are we excited about an Israel Adesanya Sean Strickland fight?
Not necessarily. The reason why I say that is that Sean Strickland, or we think that Sean Strickland's on the same level as Adesanya. And plus, I feel like what you just said earlier when we talked about Sean Strickland like to get hit, or he likes to get hit and he still comes forward. I feel like Adesanya is one of those pinpoint accurate fighters who can not only hit you, but hit you in the right spot or spots to put you down, i.e. Paulo Costa.
Okay. So he wins. Besides that one spot, you've got if Derek Brunson had won his last one, we'll be having a different conversation right now. But with that being said, Bobby Knuckles at number one. Number two, I hate that they do that. When you take the champ out of the ranking and you got to start at number one, because technically Adesanya is number one. Bobby Knuckles at number one. Cannonier at 2. Marvin Vettori 3. You skip Sean Strickland, you got Derek Brunson, Paulo Costa, internationally dancing, Jack Hermanson, Darren Till, Uriah Hall, Kevin Gastelum. Bro, they ain't nobody on this list. Nobody. He might have to go back up and fight Jerry or something.
It sounds like he's becoming the John Jones of that division.
He might have to go back up and fight Jerry. I heard his name 5 times and still can't pronounce it. It's like, bro, I ain't even gonna try it.
Well, Jerry, he like to put his face out there to get hit.
He do. And we saw with the grappling, he got the submission, but it ain't like he going out here Habibing fools.
No,
he ain't out here Habibing fools. So do they allow him to go back up? Because right now you're looking at another cleared out division.
That hand speed is going to be great. The hand speed is going to be great, especially against Yuri. So I feel like
now my second question: he loses. Is there because is he a dominant champ because he just lost in like not even what is it 2 fights 1 fight 2 fights ago he lost.
Well, right
does
now
that take off the dominancy of his champion? Do we get an immediate rematch?
I don't think so. We get immediate rematch, or we get a tune-up fight. Which if Alex does not beat Sean Strickland, we might get that fight just so we can make some money, something that we can draw the crowd in because there is a blemish on his record from that opponent. So, but I really feel like we get an automatic rematch, but I feel like the Alex fight would be very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Either way. So if Adesanya loses and Alex Pereira wins, so what you're telling me, let's go into the hypothetical wheel. If Alex Pereira wins against Sean Strickland, the only way he gets a title shot is if Israel Adesanya wins.
Yeah.
Because if Israel Adesanya loses, we still look to book the Alex Pereira Israel Adesanya fight. Yes. Just not for the belt.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. You know, I ain't even really thought about that. That make a lot of sense though.
Yeah.
That do make a lot of sense.
Make money.
Money
make to make money.
Money make money. Take money to make money.
Money.
Okay. So if he loses this fight, it has to be an immediate rematch. I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, who does he fight to get back on? He done fought everybody.
Yeah, he gets an immediate rematch,
or he gets Alex Pereira.
Alex, yeah.
This is more of a foregone conclusion than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
If he wins, he may fight Alex Pereira. If he loses, he may fight Alex Pereira. Okay, yeah. So they fight next, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. What else you got, Bob?
Man, that's all I got tonight, man. One thing. Dana White talking shit.
What?
Even if he's not talking shit, he's talking shit. He was talking about Nate Diaz only winning 1 fight in the last 6 years.
Uh-huh.
And Nate Diaz commented back on what he was talking about. But I felt like he felt disrespected. And but Nate Diaz, in my eyes, is a big draw. So tune in next week. We're going to talk about UFC 276. And we might get into a little bit of beef and back and forth between Nate Diaz and old Dana White. So just tune in next week. We're going to talk about the results for UFC 276. We got some other information about BKFC that we're going to get into. And Nate Diaz versus Dana White. We're going to put him in the cage, see what happens.
Nate Diaz versus the world. All right. Hey, look, it's been real.
It's always real.
It's been good.
It's been good tonight.
But it ain't been real good.
Hey, man, never that.
Look, we're going to come back next time. We can't stay so long.
Holla.
Peace.